Hi, I'm Debbie Georgatos, and this is Ladies Can We Talk. Today I invited my good friend Lorie Medina to talk with us about having a woman candidate for president. Would conservatives support a woman? Should women vote for a candidate just because she's a woman? So, in this election cycle, Lorie, we have Hillary Clinton on the Democrat side and Carly Fiorina on the right. What do you think voters are going to do about that? Do you think voters are ready for a woman president?
Well, first, Debbie, thanks so much for having me on. It's always great being on Speak Up America Network. You bring up a good question about women. Being women, being conservative leaders, being women that speak out fervently for America on important issues. I always encourage women to run for any level of office, whether it be for school board or even president. I think it's a great thing for women to run. But to support a woman because she's a woman is a whole nother leap that you're asking here.
And I hear it, especially people on the left. I hear people saying, well, I'm going to vote for Hillary because she's a woman. I want the first woman president. And I just think that is a horrible reflection on the American electorate. We have a country with lots of challenges, lots of problems. People ought to be thinking about is, what am I most concerned about? Who hears what I'm concerned about? Who is saying what I want to be said? And that's your guy or gal, not because, yeah.
Absolutely. And with Carly Fiorina, she's kind of our gal this cycle. And you and I were very excited about the prospect of her running, and we were able to meet her early on before she actually announced. And she's a fantastic woman. Really speaks to the American dream. She's accomplished so many things in her life. She's someone to be admired. Now, she's somebody that you and I don't even know if I'm going to be supporting her for president or not. It turns out looks like she's kind of going some wrong ways on some issues. So I don't know that I would support her, and I definitely wouldn't support her just because she's a woman.
I agree with that. One thing I was going to tell you though, and I meant to mention it earlier, was I saw in the Wall Street Journal there was a study about who's supporting all of these GOP candidates. And one of the great things about Carly Fiorina was that her support in the polling is almost equally divided between men and women, which I think really goes to a point that's so important. There is always a picture painted about GOP voters that were engaged in the war on women, that we're kind of against women, which has always been false. Right. But that statistic just tells you conservative or Republican voters, they want a candidate they like, and they're not going with Carly. It's not that she has 100% women and no men. She has men and women voters supporting her. I think that's just a great reflection on the GOP voters.
Absolutely, Debbie. And I think the thing is that the left and Democrats, I think they so get into the whole identity politics thing.
Yes.
And just, for our listeners, identity politics is when you support someone, you like someone or don't like someone because of, their sex, their gender, their race, maybe their religious affiliation. I would like to think that conservatives, that we go a lot deeper than that, and we look beyond those artificial outside things, and we look, in the words of Martin Luther King, the character of our heart. That is the most important thing.
It really is. And on the identity politics, I can't believe, I'm so glad you brought that up. On that subject, so much of what the American left talks about is, well, Hispanic Americans want this, female voters want this, African American voters want X. Americans want a good country. Right. They want the rule of law. They want an orderly, stable society. They want freedom.
Justice for all.
Yes. And I notice in a lot of the left messaging, whether from Hillary or the other candidates, there's a lot of talk about, well, American women want this or don't like that. I don't hear that from Carly Fiorina or the other male candidates. I'm not hearing this agenda, this divisive, hyphenated American politics. I just love that.
Well, Carly uses one of your lines. She says, yes, all issues are women's issues.
She stole that.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
Yes. So you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Well, this is Debbie Georgatos and Ladies Can We Talk. I'm so glad you've tuned in to Ladies Can We Talk. I hope you'll come back to our website often. We have new things up all the time. I also hope you'll go to and listen to our radio show, Ladies Can We Talk. It's on Sunday evenings from 6 to 8 p.m. in North Texas on 660 AM The Answer. It's also live online at ladiescanwetalk.org. You can listen to it online. You can also go back and listen to the old shows on Ladies Can We Talk if you'd like to do that. This is the Speak Up America Network. Debbie Georgatos, Lorie Medina. Come back often.